the day, this time for top women final. As you know, this European Championship is definitely a very special occasion to live and die the last steps of the so-called Road to Paris 2024.
We are here. Right, I think we're just having some technical problems, but I think they've been resolved. So, welcome back to the European Championships, Shotgun Championships of 2024, being held in Lonato, northern Italy. We've got graphic to show you the temperature. Humidity is 61%. The temperature has warmed up from earlier. It's now 23 degrees. There's hardly any wind. Great conditions for shooting with a little bit of cloud cover. So we do have slightly changeable light, but it's not that bad, not bad enough to affect the scores. Alongside, my name is Elena Allen. I'm your commentator for today, and alongside me I have Abby Ling from Great Britain. Abby shot here over the last 2 days. Unfortunately, she didn't quite make the final, but nevertheless a good effort, Abby. We just have a screen showing quarter places which have already been allocated, and in this final, the women trap final, we have 3 athletes with a quarter place, and that's Kathi Murche of Germany, Jessica Rossi of Italy, and Fatima Galvez of Spain. We have 1 quarter place available to be won at these European Championships, but there are 3 shooters without a quarter place, so only 1 quarter place will go to one of those 3 shooters. So everything to play for besides the medals. I'm sure everyone actually wants, apart from the shooters who already have their quarter place, that is the big prize today. Shooters are just doing some test firing before the final gets on the way. And here you can see a typical shotgun being used in this competition. It's a 12 gauge gun with a number of dimensions, but each and every gun is individually fitted to athletes. The weight is different, the barrel length could be different, certainly the stock, the forend, and the weight of the gun is individually fitted to athletes. We have a list of our finalists on our screens. Kathi Murche is going in the leading position. She shot 119 in the qualification, followed by Beatriz Martinez of Spain on 118, Jessica Rossi on the same score. Their bib position would have been decided in a shoot-off, and the shooter with the highest bib has the advantage if the scores are tied. Pelin Kaya of Turkey is in 4th position, Mopsi Veroma of Finland in 5th, with Fatima Galvez of Spain rounding off this final in 6th position. And here we see Marcelo Dradi, who is the Spanish coach. He has 2 of his athletes in this final. Nice position to be in. This is the Turkish coach on your screens, Mert. And this man needs a little introduction. This is Marco Conti, the coach for Italy. And Uwe Müller of Germany is the German coach today. So welcome back to those of you who watched the earlier Trap Women Junior finals. I'm not going to tell you what the results were, because you can catch up if you need to see the results or the outcome on YouTube or Facebook platforms. I'd rather not spoil for you the results of the competition. And here we have our finalists making way onto the shooting range. Just some readjustments taking place, so the cameras have a better position of the shooters, and we'll be ready to go any moment now.
So here we are in position number 1, representing Germany.
So Kathi Mürche of Germany starts this final in the first position with a qualification score of 119 out of 125. Followed by Beatriz Martinez of Spain on 118, and she won the shoot-off, so she's going in the second position with 118. The same score as Jessica Rossi shot, but she lost the shoot-off, so she's in the third position. And this will only be important if the scores are tied in this final, apart from the gold and silver medal matches, of course, which are decided by shoot-offs.
Several silver medals through European Championship, World Championship, World Cup, World Cup finals. Let's go to clap loudly, Jessica Rossi.
In the fourth position we have Pelin Kaya of Turkey, who hit 117 targets.
With a bronze in trap women event in Lonato World Cup 2023 and a silver in trap mixed team in Almaty World Cup. Our greatest welcome to Kaya Rumesa Pelin. Position number 5.
So in fifth position we have Mopsi Varoma of Finland, who finished on 116, and there was a five-men shoot-off with only 2 places available for the final. She came out on top. So Fatima Galvez of Spain also finished on 116, and she was the second highest after the shoot-off. So she's going in the 6th position in this final with the weakest bib number, if you like, but only if the scores are drawn will this be important. So we have our finalists. There's Luciano Rossi on your screens, the president of the ISSF, who is here to support the European Championships, which is nice. And the jury in charge is Melis Giro of Turkey. And the referee in charge is Marian Carbonaro of Romania.
So don't know you, but we are really eager to start. So let's go, please silence in the souls and let's start.
So this is our list of the finalists in this. And the final is ready to get underway, with Kathi being the first one to take the shot. We are using eco-friendly targets, which have to be 24 grams, although we do have tolerance of plus 0.5 grams. If the cartridge exceeds this, then the athlete can be disqualified, will be disqualified, and this has happened in the past, but it is not a regular occurrence. All the cartridges are tested before the final takes place. And this is a first miss of this final by Jessica, but we have a long way to go. There are 25 targets to shoot before the first elimination takes place, and the total amount of targets shot in this final will be 50, by which stage we will have our gold, silver and bronze medalists known. But before this happens, we have to get through these 25 targets of single barrel trap final. Of course, is slightly different to what happens in qualification rounds, where shooters can use 2 shots per target. And we were talking about this earlier with Abby, about the difference, the mental approach when you shoot single barrel or double barrel.
Absolutely. Through to this final, but now it boils down to hopefully the last 50 targets. If you can make it that far in this final, it's who has the first shot hit ratio that will survive the longest and achieve that gold medal.
Just to mention that we're using scheme 6 in this final. And as Abby was saying earlier, she doesn't actually have any preference of what scheme she shoots. And in fact, you said that you can't really remember which scheme is
I know there's 9 schemes, but yes. There's a few horrid ones in scheme 6. If I had a bit of a bogey bird that would be mine, would be just like that little 10-degree left. But I think thankfully on this scheme, I don't believe from what I've seen at the moment that there is any of those involved, but there is some pretty angle targets involved in this, but a lot riding on it. Those that have already got quotas that are just focusing on the title, pressure's off them a little bit, but you've got Turkey, Finland and Spain all battling it out for this one remaining quota place for this last qualifying event.
That's correct, so there's a lot riding on this final. Just to recap that in trap we have 15 trap machines in the bunker in front of the shooters. You can see there are 3 machines per station, and there are a total of 5 stations, and that's where you can see the shooters being lined up, with the 6th shooter being behind station number 1. Each shooter will get to shoot in this first 25 target sequence 2 left, 1 straight and 2 right targets. These are released at random, so shooters do not know what they're going to get, not till the last few targets. As Abby told us, could be maybe the last 10 targets, but definitely the last 5 targets. Isn't that so, Abby?
Yeah, absolutely. So sometimes you can work out your last 10, especially if you've got, for example, a hard right on peg 4, and if you have it the first 2 cycles, at least you know that that's out the way, which then eliminates and leaves the prediction of the 2 lefts and the straight to come. Doesn't always work out in that sequence for you to be able to work it out easily, but there are shooters out there that will count down targets, and it does just help prepare them to finish the round knowing what they've got instead of awaiting the prediction of which way it's going to go.
So after the first 25 targets have been taken, the targets will be reset so that the shooters once again will be faced with randomly released targets, and again they will get 2 left, 1 straight and 2 right targets. And these targets are varying angles, heights, and as I mentioned earlier, just 1 shot per clay can only be used. And in the first 5 target shots so far in this final, Fatima Galvez and Fatima Galvez actually is on 5 hits out of possible 5. So we've still got 15, 16 targets depending on which shooter to go before the first elimination. The shooter in the 6th position will be eliminated. If the scores are tied after 25 targets, the shooter in the with the highest bib, if you like, will go out. So that's why the bib number is so important, and that's why we have shoot-offs to determine who has the stronger bib or the weaker bib, if you like.
Yeah. So you can see there's not a lot of wind. Some of the pink dust is just lingering a little bit. Which can be distracting for the shooters preparing for the next shot.
And I was just wondering about this because you could see the smoke drifting after Jessica shot into the eye line of the
now Mopsy. There it is.
Yes. So that was.
But it's good for the concentration.
Yeah, I wonder if she even noticed.
No,
because
eye on the target.
When Mopsy shot her target, the smoke from the previous shot actually just ended up on top of her head.
And perhaps they have a target where they try and get the same break pink puff powder in the pink powder that's coming across.
It's something you couldn't actually train for that, could you?
No. If you start trying to do that, I can guarantee you'll miss.
Definitely. And I suppose when you're really concentrating and everything's going well, you're not going to notice it, as you know.
Your aim of the game is to break that target, regardless of what's happening on around it. So I'm pretty sure these girls in this final are very well trained and have managed themselves in this competition very well to be in the positions they are right now, demonstrating great role models for everybody else.
Oh, definitely so. And talking about women in sport, it's obviously something men don't have to deal that much with or think about. It's hard when you become mothers. And
Absolutely.
I know you have two little ones, a 5 and a 7-year-old daughters.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've been here before. They are actually scared of Clayton, the mascot. Trying to get them near them to take a photo was very interesting. But just shifting focus. Beatriz of Spain, she's got a young little one at home, and she'll be wanting to, make them proud, I'm sure, and has done very well to make this final. But yes, juggling motherhood, competing, and work, the men do have to deal with as well in a different way.
In a different way.
Yeah.
But it's only since becoming a mother that I had realised just how difficult this is. I, for one, have not been able to start shooting again because my children are just everything. They fill my day with having to look after them and juggle motherhood and everyday life. And shooting just, I'm afraid I don't have time for this. But yet you have managed to do both. And you're working as well, is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about that support network that you've got around you, and if you have that support network, it makes every opportunity something that you're grateful for. And then no matter how you do, when you head home, there's nothing quite like two smiling or one smiling little face in Bia's case to cheer you up.
Well, that's true. That is indisputably so. And this is quite a strong final so far. Not trying to jinx anyone, but the girls are doing amazingly well at this stage.
Absolutely. It's always nice for the crowd as well if it can be, exciting and down to the wire between all of those that are out here trying to achieve their quota place, let alone a European Championships medal. So we won't forget what the championship really is all about, and it's about winning and taking that gold medal and being the best in Europe today.
That's right, and also trying to win that highly desirable quota place, which will take one of these athletes to the Olympic Games in, well, everyone says Paris, but for shooting we will be in Châteauroux. So that's the one thing 3 of these athletes highly desire, and that's Beatriz Martinez, Pelin Kaya and Mopsy Veroma. They are the 3 athletes who do not have a quota place. The other 3 athletes have won their quota places in the previous championships, competitions, so they are safe. They will be fighting it out for the highly coveted gold medal, and I'm sure they will settle for silver and bronze, but
I'd like to say they won't be thinking about it, but
no, of course they won't be, but
you just got to focus in that moment, in the right place, to see you through.
But they just have that slightly less pressure knowing that they're going to the Olympics, whereas the other three, I should think.
It's everything.
Yeah.
This is what you do it for.
That's
the
correct.
hard grafting, the work, the time, the ethic.
The 4-year cycle
Absolutely.
is geared towards the Olympic Games, which we're going to have later in the year, just in a few months' time. And interestingly, Mopsi Viroma she actually finished 6th at the last year's European Championships in Osijek. And Fatima Galvez won the bronze medal. So we have 2 of last year's finalists in this year's final.
So Kaya just then, I think, just upset her stride a little bit. So you're only allowed to load 1 shot into the gun. I think she got into her routine thinking she was still in a qualification round. And at the crucial point, pulled out the second shot in the gun and just put it on the floor, because you are only allowed to close the gun with the 1 cartridge in. But it's okay. She realised, but she missed the target. So it just upset her flow a little bit. But hopefully she can get back on track and let that just settle her down again.
Well spotted.
Well, I saw her chuck something on the floor. I thought, what's she doing? But we don't want to be breaking any rules or giving, any advantages. And it's not done deliberately. So it's easy mistakes that we make because we're in our groove. And actually, when I won my World Cup in here, I have a confession. I cleared my gun twice. And I should have only cleared it once.
And no one noticed?
No, they all looked at me. Oh. And were like, what are you doing? I'm not the amateur in this final. But clearly I was. But then I went on to win it. So
and that was back in 2012, wasn't it?
2012, yeah.
Was it May as well?
Couldn't tell you.
I think it was May 2012.
Yeah.
12 years ago. Time flies, doesn't it?
Oh, 2 little ones. Bit older.
A bit wiser?
Bit wiser for sure. Senior experience.
And Abby's actually married to a fellow trap shooter, Edling, who won Olympic bronze medal in Rio.
Absolutely.
So 1 shooting family, and maybe your little ones will also be starting.
Oh, definitely. Amy's had her first go already about a month ago. And just the joy on her face. She had a little 410 and shot a clay. Absolutely what we would call smoked it. Turned the clay into black dust. And she just loved it.
And for those of you who are not familiar, 410 is a very small caliber shotgun, so there's no recoil whatsoever.
Absolutely. She's only 7, so it's a smaller, lighter weight gun.
But it makes it that much harder to actually hit a target because you have a smaller pattern.
And you have to be more accurate, yes.
Yes.
So I think me and Adam might be in trouble. She's going to be better than we are.
Well, that's brilliant, because you'll be able to pass on a lot of your knowledge, experience. It'll make it a bit easier for her.
Absolutely.
So just to quickly recap on how this final is going to work. That's a shame. Martinez is struggling with 2 misses in a row, but still a long way to go.
Could still be down to the targets that she's had in the sequence so
Yeah.
far. So the others may have, the bigger angles to come on peg 3 yet. So fair test to the end.
So the first elimination will take place after the 25 targets have been shot. The shooter in the 6th place will be leaving this final. Then after 30 targets, the 5th place will be eliminated. after 35, the shooter in the 4th position will leave the final. And at 40 targets, we will have our bronze medalist. The gold and silver medals will then be decided in the following 10 shots. If the scores are equal after 50 targets, we will have a shoot-off to determine the winner. But in the other stages of elimination, there are no shoot-offs, so the bib number will decide who stays, who leaves, if the scores are equal. And it's fairly close at the moment, with there being just 1-2 targets between these shooters. But we've still got a long way to go to see how the final is going to pan out. We've got about 6 to 7 targets, depending on who you look, to go before the first elimination.
So this just shows you that the ones, you know, that have got the quotas, that they're currently in the top 3 right now, and the other 3 are still battling it out with just literally 1 target between them. Very tough to ignore, but you have to shoot your target one at a time, and then get that result at the end. The minute you think about it, one misses, then the other. You just don't want it to be contagious.
No, it's something you know very well. Sometimes it's so difficult to do it when you are there. You are the one battling it. You can get down so easily. And it's all about, it is practice. You do practice it as well. You know, but I mean, the majority of these girls are very experienced. But still, some days it just not your day, and other days it doesn't matter. You just power ahead no matter what happens.
So Bea on screen here was just challenging that she had a piece of dust fall from that one, but both flags went up and the referee has said no. So she has to accept that one, rebuild and move on, which is a shame, because when you think as a shooter that you have hit it, and you know you need every little bit in this final to help.
Yes, and we're not using VAR technology at these championships. Something they had on the last European Championships, but not here. I know it is quite expensive to the cameras they use. It's where you can challenge. If you think you hit a target, the referee thinks you've missed it. You can challenge using VAR technology, and it's a slow motion.
It's like Hawkeye in tennis, isn't it?
Yes.
But in a clay shooting version.
Yes, but we don't have it here, so you have to rely on the referee's eyes, I suppose, and you have to run with the draw you've been given. And if it's a loss, but you think it's a hit, you have to put it behind you. And
you would hope the 3, you know, there's 3 referees there. That was powered up. So yeah, she was ready to put her hand up in case.
Good refereeing decision.
Flags went up, but they stayed down. So yeah, tough at the top. Kaya's just working her way up.
So we have 4 targets to go before the first elimination. At the moment, Beatriz Martinez of Spain is the lowest ranked shooter, and she's not going to help herself with missing that target. But still, with 3-4 targets to go, things can change dramatically in the trap finals because of that 1 shot per target.
Yeah, she's just having a little conversation with herself. You know, it's letting go, thinking, okay, can't do anything about that. Got to move on, settle myself, regather, and I've got to do my best for this final last few targets left and hope that the others now miss. No bird, so she'll get the clock reset. She'll have time to prepare yet again for another 12 seconds when the ref says start.
And when Abby mentioned the clock and the 12 seconds, each shooter has 12 seconds in which to take the shot from when the last shooter finished or from when the referee says ready.
I'm afraid Bia's just letting those last few misses now get to her, feeling that the game's over before it actually really is. She's just taking a look at the board now, knowing that, I'm afraid, it's just slipping away from her, but a good finish nonetheless, and the Turkish has just missed, so you never know. Fatima, another great force in the shooting world. Very consistent.
I don't know, there's too much of a gap. I don't think Beatriz Martinez can catch up.
Yeah, we want a good finish, regardless.
Yes. Oh, no,
There we
without a
go.
doubt. But I think, unfortunately,
She's done.
she's going to be the one eliminated in 6th place.
Ooh.
And Beatriz is 38 years of age.
These two need to miss their last two. Oh no, because she's in bib
No.
number 6. So regardless if they miss their last two for Mopsy and Pelin, even if they're on the same score, Bia will still be eliminated with... is she wearing bib number 6? I'm pretty sure she's... oh no, she's on bib
She's
number
bib
2.
two,
So
yeah.
she would actually...
The gap's too large. There's only one
Yeah.
target to go. It's impossible to catch up.
Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. She's made a final. Should be proud of that.
She'll be hugely disappointed, without doubt, because of the quarter place.
Absolutely.
But that will leave the fight between the two remaining athletes without a quarter place in this final. And that's Pelin Kaya of Turkey and Mopsy Veroma of Finland. And they will also know what's at stake, and that is between them two.
They'll know how it feels.
And that's a miss by Mopsy. So the last shot of this first 25 targets.
And after this first
And
25 targets, we greet with
Well
an
done
applause
to
Miss
Beatriz
Beatriz
Martinez of Spain
in sixth
for
place.
finishing in the 6th position, in the 6th place in this European Championships Trap Women Final. She's going to take a seat behind the coaches and watch the remainder of this final. And here are the scores for you on the screen. Fatima Galvez of Spain on 23 hits out of 25. Katy on 21 alongside Jessica Rossi. And Pelin Kaya with Mopsy Veroma on 20 hits out of 25 targets shot so far. And we are continuing on. 5 more targets will now decide who will be in the 5th position after the 5 shots have been taken.
And
So-
they're right side by side.
Yes, I'm just thinking the last two shooters ranked so far in this final are the ones without the quarter place. So at this moment in time, they will not care where they end up as long as they don't get eliminated in the next stage. So whichever one of them goes out, the other one I think will be happy with the prize, no matter medal or no medal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Then the battle continues as well.
Yes, and the Turkish shooter, Pelin Kaya, is actually only 23 years of age. She is the youngest competitor in this final.
Is she really?
And Mopsy Veroma of Finland is 43 and she's the oldest. So age doesn't really, in shooting it doesn't make any difference. But it's just a statistics that commentators often like to use for whatever reason. But it's a wonderful sport where you can be young or old. Makes no difference as long as you have the desire to shoot. You want to do this, you can do well at the highest of levels.
I think that's the beauty of this sport. You know, it's not about endurance, strength, or outpowering your opponent. You've just got to place that lead shot within that cartridge in the right place at that play in the sky and break it, whether you're male, female, older, younger. It makes it a fair playing field, and that's the job to be done if you want to win and beat the others.
That's right, just having a strong head on your shoulders and believing in your ability.
Absolutely.
It's neck and neck. Some strong shooting in this sequence.
So the sun's just gone in a little bit, so we've got a slightly darker background for the shooters, but the light nonetheless is still consistent currently. And Jessica misses that one, going through the powder to the left on 1.
Obviously teammates are supporting.
Yeah, but Mopsy's target, I'm afraid, has gone out, so
she's going to know which way it's going.
she knows that she's got the quota.
Oh.
Because Mopsy, if she hits this, will finish on 24, and therefore...
that's why they celebrated. That's right.
Absolutely. Mopsy is now with the lower bib number, with, I believe, bib number 5.
Yes, she's on bib number 5.
Oh. Always some joy, but always some disappointment in these competitions. But you learn from your failures, and it makes you a better person, as any top or athlete that hasn't yet made finals or had the experience of winning medals will know.
Even though it's a miss for Pelin Kaya of Turkey, as Abby has just mentioned, because she has a higher bib number, she's going to be the one staying in this final, and unfortunately Mopsy of Finland is going to be eliminated, and she will not get the quarter place. It's quite a difficult position to be in, knowing she was close, very, very close, and yet so far both of the competitors are tied on 25 targets after 30 targets shot. But we have to have one winner. And we just have a recap here. After 30 targets shot, Fatima Galvez of Spain is on 28 out of 30. Kati Murche is on 27. Jessica Rossi on 25, the same as Pelin Kaya of Turkey. And we're continuing on 5 more targets before we have the shooter in the 4th place eliminated. But the quarter place has been decided in this women's trap final, and it's Team Turkey who will be celebrating tonight, whether they get a medal or not. They've got the quarter place, and one of their shooters is going to the Olympics. And that shooter is Pelin Kaya.
He's just missed that one.
Jessica is only 32 years of age, which is incredible. We were talking before the final started. It's just, she seems to have been around, well, winning medals forever. I mean, she hardly needs an introduction either. She's won so many medals.
Amazing role model. Like I said, all these girls out here are amazing role models. But yeah, Jessica Rossi, you know, an amazing
talent,
an
amazing individual. She's won the Olympic gold medal in London in 2012, which is 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And considering she's only 32, she won that medal at the age of a junior, but she obviously competed as a senior, which is an amazing achievement in itself.
Yeah, and shot a phenomenal score as well. Just rush that one a little bit. helicopter taking flight above.
But interesting to see Jessica did not sort of wait for the helicopter to go past. I don't know if you saw.
The thing is, you are against the clock as well, so I think...
Are you not allowed if you are being disturbed?
Well, the referee, I think, as long as you put it down the once, will give sort of dispensation to you. But if you keep on putting the gun down, hand up, then, you know, they will probably come out with a yellow card at you.
But I just think with the helicopter flying overhead, and you could actually see the shadow as well, where the targets were flying into.
Yeah, in the moment. So Katrin here just got, and she has reset after that no bird. Looking at her coach.
And Katy Morges now the youngest competitor. No, sorry, the second youngest competitor of this final. She's 24 years of age. Just looking to see of her achievements on the sheets provided to us. She won the bronze medal at the World Championships in Baku last year. And Jessica Rossi is the unfortunate athlete in the 4th place to be eliminated, being so close to the medal positions, but unfortunately she ends her day with no medal. Great performance nonetheless. We have now Fatima on 33 hits, Katy on 30 and Pelin on 29.
Yeah, she's just gone off just to stock up her pockets with some more cartridges.
Some amazing shooting in this final, very strong performances from all of the girls, from all of the shooters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jessica will be disappointed, no doubt, but she's got so many medals. She's got quarter place. She's going to the Olympics.
She will still want more.
Of course she will. But I suppose sometimes you need to share the medals. Share them around. Allow other girls to have a chance. There's an interesting discussion between the referee and the Turkish competitor.
So the referee's just having a discussion here to just let the shooter know the protocol of what he's going to do, because you've got peg 1 and peg 6 following each other. So in theory, Katrin has to move off her peg to let Fatima on in order to shoot, which just makes the preparation cycle a little bit different for those two shooters, because there's no available peg either side of them until they have to move.
And the Turkish competitor cannot leave her peg till...
Well, no, Fatima, you see, so they've all done their first shot, but
Yep.
Fatima cannot actually get on that peg because Katrin is already on it to be able to prepare. But now we've got the Turkey, Pelin, who is up and ready to shoot, which means that Fatima's just got on her peg and getting herself prepared for her shot. So I believe who goes out where, it does give you advantages and disadvantages. It's just gaining that consistency. If you can just compose yourself for your shot, your 12 seconds, and be ready for it, that's all you can ask for. But to get consistency right now, you know, Fatima just has to wait until Katrin has shot in order to continue her preparations.
And Fatima, looking at the scores, has been having the most amazing finals so far. She's been very consistent.
Yeah. Yep. She's doing well, doing very well.
And she's not going to end up in any worse position from last year, where she won bronze at the European Championships in Osijek.
Yeah.
The 3 shooters remaining in this final, they're all guaranteed a medal. It's just, it all depends on what colour though.
Absolutely.
But I think so far, even with this miss,
We've
Fatima,
just jinxed her.
well, hopefully not. Maybe but she is 3 targets ahead with only 2 shots to be taken in the 5 target sequence.
Yeah, she just took a little sneaky look just to see her standing. just to prepare herself that that miss does not matter.
And it doesn't.
Still got more to go, more to come, more to break.
It obviously, it always matters, but what I mean, she will not be eliminated after this sequence of targets is finished.
Exactly.
It's neck and neck between Kati and Pelin. They are both on 33 hits each, with one more target to go, and if the scores are still equal after the last shot is taken,
Pelin's going to take the bronze medal by the looks of it.
Because Kati came in the first position, she will stay in this final, and it is Pelin Kaya of Turkey. She's going to be the one leaving this final with a bronze medal and a quarter place. So many congratulations to Pelin Kaya and to Team Turkey.
Not a bad day at the office.
It's a brilliant day. I think she will be over the moon. A perfect end to her hard work.
Tear of joy.
And a very delighted coach.
Now she can believe it.
Mert Halband, I believe his name is. So well done. And we're continuing on. 10 more shots now to decide who gets the gold and who gets the silver.
So this is prime situation. So Catherine's already shot her target. So now Fatima, it's going to be like a shoot-off situation because she has to step onto her peg, prepare, and then perform her routine and movement to the target. Waiting.
But I suppose it will give them a little bit of extra time to prepare.
Yeah, so there was just a little discussion there, which is why I paused. The referee was just speaking to the German trap lady, Catherine. I think asking just to move off her peg, but
a bit
wait
quicker
for him to say ready.
Oh, right.
Just so there's a little bit of consistency between these two with the movements and preparations, making it fair for both athletes. Which now she understands, which can give them both peace of mind with what's happening. So Fatima hits that right-hander.
We have 3 targets shot out of 10, so 7 more targets to go. Neck and neck, although there is a 3-target
so there was
lead.
Powder out of that one, although the target didn't physically break. All flags stayed down and the referee did not buzz because she did hit that hard, to be fair.
Well, it's nice to know that referees are doing the job.
Yep, it's in the rules. You get a powder, you're grateful.
But it's people seeing it.
No.
That's sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want to run that risk too much.
No.
Nonetheless, it counts. Here she goes. She gets it. So now the long walk from 5 to 1. While Fatima prepares herself for peg 5. And no doubt the referee will say ready to Fatima when he sees Catherine on her station.
And it's a miss for Fatima.
So that is actually the quarter and left I spoke about.
She still has, well, a target ahead. Although there's a 2-target difference, you don't want to be equal after the 10 targets have been shot, because we will have to go into a shoot-off situation, which is probably more exciting for the
people watching.
People watching, exactly, but not for the athlete.
No. So 5 to go for Fatima, 4 to go for Catherine. So Fatima's just got to finish her shot.
Fantastic shooting.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so still
Very confident. She looks very confident.
look and how you feel is different.
Well,
But yeah, I'm sure she is.
to
I'm
me,
sure
the
she
look
is.
and the confidence translated into some fantastic shooting. But Katy is doing just as well.
Yeah, good challenge between these two ladies.
Well,
Fatima just with the slight advantage right now.
they are the two strongest shooters of this final and of this competition,
Absolutely.
which took place over the 2 days.
Yeah, and to be fair, I followed Katrin Merck yesterday, and then I refed her today, and she looked a very determined lady and means business, so isn't leaving any room.
Just
Well-
like this target showed as well, the one that she just hit.
Yeah. So Fatima just taking time to prepare herself. See what target she gets here. And it's the left. She gets it. Good.
2 more targets to go. 2 target difference. If Fatima hits this,
Yep, she's putting the pressure on, so that's all she can do right now.
yeah, if Fatima hits this, she wins the gold.
We'll wait for the cheer.
Yeah.
So she's just taking her time. Think she knows. Just got to bag one of these.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
Slight
And
anticlimax there, but yeah, she did have powder from that target. She did put her hand up straight away. So
and the
she
referee
has
gave
won.
Fatima the hit, which means Fatima wins the European Championships, the gold medal, and Katy Murche of Germany has done exceptionally well as well, winning the silver medal. Well done to all the competitors in this final. Well done to Fatima, who bettered her last year's performance where she won the bronze medal. It is the gold medal for her. Katy Murche wins the silver medal, and Pelin Kaya of Turkey wins the bronze medal and the quarter place, which was available here for the Olympic Games in Paris, or Châteauroux for shooting. That's where she will be going. Lots of congratulations, kisses and hugs going on. And one very happy Turkish coach.
Oh, that's what you come here for. You don't believe it until it's completely done. But then again, maybe you do. She knew. Oh, it's mine.
We will have 2 more finals for you later today. I hope you can join us. Trap men's final will take place at 16:15, and trap men junior final will conclude today's finals at 17:30. So we're just celebrating the medals of these 3 wonderful competitors on your screens, with some fireworks going ahead, adding to the atmosphere. So you have Fatima Galvez of Spain winning the European Championships in Lonato, Italy, with Katy Murche of Germany taking the silver medal, and Pelin Kaya of Turkey winning the bronze medal and the quota place. And that's Luciano Rossi, the ISSF president, congratulating the medalists. Fantastic atmosphere with the music, the fireworks.
Under the sunshine.
Yes.
See some happy and some disappointed.
And we can see on our screens the results after the final concluded. the 6 competitors. So I'm just being disturbed by Team GB Performance Director, but back to the scores after the final, with Beatriz Martinez of Spain finishing in 6th position, Mopsi Vromo of Finland in 5th, Jessica Rossi of Italy in 4th, the worst position to be in, because you're so close and yet you walk away with nothing. Pelin Kaya of Turkey winning the bronze medal, Kati Morche of Germany silver, and the winner of this European Championships is Fatima Galvez of Spain with 40 hits out of 50, which is an amazing score considering she only had one shot per target.
223s, single barrel.
Amazing.
You know, that's why she's European champion. You know, she's truly amazing, very consistent shooter, always there or thereabouts. Amazing.
And we now have a quick recap of today's final. I would like to say thank you to Abby, and I hope she will be able to join me later for the men's trap junior final. But please come back for the trap men at 16:15, and it's goodbye from us for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a sign that you have won. 'Cause the light